Okay, so we're watching a Platinum 5 Brig on Gibraltar, Sylvedon, and this is what you wrote. Been playing Brig a bit in comp, but I'm having trouble not knowing when to ult as her and not knowing when to play passive or aggressive. And for BAP, I don't know how to fight off flankers, especially Genji. It was a close game, ended in a draw. I need to know how to shut down their DPS and when and where to ult. Okay, so let's take a look. So for starters, you are running Brig and Mercy with a Winston as your tank and a Pharah soldier as DPS. I think the rest of your team is pretty typical for Gibraltar. I think Gibraltar is a very vertical map, and Brig is thus not a great choice on attack or defense. It's not the worst. Like, you can definitely make it work, especially in Platinum, but I'd be thinking like a Kiriko here or a BAP, especially in Ana if you're running a Winston. Again, Brig's not a terrible thing, but not the definitely not one of the most picked supports on this map for sure. So let's play. See, you're playing high ground here, which I think is perfectly reasonable. You can see your team. I'm just kind of seeing what they end up doing. I like the third person peeking here. Really your forward skill. Charge, getting Inspire. Nothing's kind of really going on right now. Okay, so we now know that they have a Zarya, they have a Zen. So I know that they do significantly less healing than us because they are running a Zen, but the damage is important. The Zen can potentially one-shot you or other heroes. I'm thinking about that through the rest of the game. Okay, Genji's here. So this is really important for you to be fighting him right now. So you miss whip shot, which is, not the worst thing. I probably would have tried to hit him first. I wouldn't use whip shot right away because you kind of want to bait out the deflect if at all possible. He was close enough that you could have just meleeed him. All right, unfortunately, now he's high ground. This is really bad. So leaving high ground right there kind of makes this difficult, right? Because now you can just stand up on the team and just keep peppering. Like, when I see the Genji here, I'm like, okay, what's Genji gonna do? I would actually assume, like, I would stay in this corner right here and just kind of swing a little bit and see whether or not he's gonna commit, right? Because if you stayed high ground right now, this Genji is screwed. Like, there's no way he's gonna be able to fight you with your Mercy pocketing you. You would, after using dash, he's probably dead there. Dead, or he has to run all the way back to his team. Okay, you tossed a pack to your Mercy, who I don't think had taken any damage. Okay, your Mercy's full health, like, you toss a pack. Don't waste your chargers. You only have 3 of them. It's a pretty big deal. If anything, you should throw a pack to your Pharah, who, potentially get blown up by the Zen or something. Because there is a Zen and there's Discord Orb, it's going to reduce the breakpoints for when people can die. So people will die much more suddenly than they normally would. Right now, the Genji has backed away. Your Winston's on the cart. I would definitely step forward now to be able to see your Winston. Which you do, which is good. You throw a whip shot, you miss, which is not great. I mean, you should probably hit tanks like 90-95% of the time. They're usually not that difficult to hit. So I would just calm down, make sure, absolutely sure you land the whip shot instead of just flinging it out like that. Actually, maybe you did there, because I can hear Inspire triggered. Oh yeah, you did get it. My bad. Alright, so what's it? I would throw a pack here. You have 3 charges right now. I would 100% be throwing a pack to your Winston. Like, it's a little weird that you're not. Okay, so Genji's in. My priority, first one, pack the soldier who is low, and then immediately start attacking the Genji. So as a reminder, for 200 health heroes, it is 2 swings, right? 2 melee swings, followed by bash whip shot. Instantly kills a 200 health hero. So I'm just looking to get 2 swings in, and then they're dead, unless he deflects. You still haven't packed your soldier, so he's very low right now. There, you finally pack him, right? So Genji gets away again. Like, it's kind of up to, like, he's not gonna die unless he basically chooses to die, unless he tries, like, really trying to fight it out to the end. If he dashes out, there's no way you're gonna kill him. So it's okay anyway. You whip shot the bubble. It's not great. 8 damage to the lot. Okay, so your Winston's in trouble. I would jump here so I can get line of sight on my Winston so I can pack him. That's also fine. You back away. You miss whip shot. Rough situation because you really need to be in this. Right now, considering the situation, I would drop and fight this for sure. The Genji's low, right? He's using some cooldowns. Like, your Winston's in big trouble. I would drop and fight this. Your Pharah cleans Zarya. I would toss back to Winston here, yeah. I mean, one thing to think about is that you want to build up to rally as soon as possible, so the more healing you get, the better. I would pack your Winston again, because nobody else is going to need to pack anytime soon. he had plenty of health missing. Alright, so now they have Widow. You gotta be careful of that. Okay, so this is kind of tricky, right? Because you see the Genji come in. Right here at this moment, like that's an incredible flick. Like you also actually almost nearly get him, but I would save it there versus just throwing it off because Whip is a very powerful tool, right? It's an 80 damage, instant ability that you can have at any point in time, and it forces the Genji to play differently if you have Whip Shot on cooldown. But now you threw Whip Shot, you can only melee him and you can only bash him, right? So that's only 50 burst damage basically, or 85-ish if you include the melee. Okay, so he dives your soldier. I would pack the soldier right now. Alright, the Genji just gets wrecked here. So, great. So they're having a lot of trouble pushing you up high ground here. So, right now I feel pretty good about it. Good whip shot to get the Roadhog. I would think this is a problem that I run into. Sometimes you get greedy for Inspires and you whip shot and then you get hooked. Right? So, be careful. It's not worth getting hooked. I would pack the Pharah right now. You can see she's critical on your screen if you're not packing her. Alright, you see the Widow, so you have to be careful here. Right, so there's a lot of whip shot potential. Okay, good. See, that's a good reactive whip shot to save your Mercy. I would pack your Mercy. Gotta pack your Winston here. Unfortunately, now you don't have pack for Pharah. I don't know if you could save her anyway. Alright, so now things are starting to fall apart a little bit. So you're down 1. You know your Mercy has res though. It's a tough call whether or not you want to drop here. I think considering how low the Hog is, he's going to pop Breather right here to try to heal. I would probably drop and start fighting this. Actually, I would actually let me play this live because I don't know if the Winston has jump or not. Stop jump here. Right. Definitely has jump on off cooldown right now. So he's actually safe right now. So he's smart. He dropped and he has jump available so he can get out of this safely. So in light of that, I think I'd probably just whip shot and stay high ground. Watch out. Yep, exactly. So we just saw him jump out. That's fine. Roadhog can play down there. It is what it is. The cart's already here. Like, what's he gonna do at the Mega? I would probably be checking my Winston to make sure he still has health. Your Mercy is absolutely crazy. Right, good job keeping track of the Widow. She kills the soldier. Nothing you can do about that. And I think you're down 2 DPS right now. I would probably backing up. Granted, your team's 4 right now, so like you're fine. But definitely, okay. He's trialing. Okay, your Winston's throwing right now. So he drops him back line. He's forced apart Primal, but he can't do anything with it. He can't get any kills. He can't do any disruption. The cart's gonna move anyway. Like they're just basically farming full sharp off. That's unlucky. So that's a good reason why you're as a team. Like this isn't your fault specifically, but as a team, you should have pulled back. And it's tough because when you see other teammates forward, you tend to stay forward. But if you'd all retreated when I was like, hey, we should be retreating here, your Mercy wouldn't have died here. So now you're continuing to be staggered, right? Your DPS and okay, that was a mistake. Right. So your team's continuing to stagger here. Right here, I was like, oh, hey, we should probably leave because, like, what the heck are we going to do? We have no DPS to do anything. Right? Where your Mercy dies. So I would have taken this left path, the stairway, because dropping onto the cart when it's 2 on 5 and your Winston has 1 health, so really 1 on 5 is suicide. Like, the second you drop here, you've just given up this fight completely. Now you're dead. Unbelievably, you live here. Like, that's frankly very lucky. Okay. I think this is a good time for rally, right? You got Visor, you're trying to contest this point. Rally's best used ahead of the fight so people can build up the overhealth. So I think this is the right call to rally. Okay. The problem is that the Winston's kind of in your way. It's fine. It's over now. Alright, Winston is nanoed here. So, kind of I would try to back up, keep shield up, look for when he hooks somebody, and then whip shot. Don't walk into him. That's the worst possible thing. I guess you're trying to block the hook. Which is a plan. I mean, he can blow up your shield so fast at that range. Like, he could just 2-shot you and then hook and then kill you. But works out reasonably. Alright, so your Pharah's getting killed. You're not actually looking at your Pharah at all. Alright, so if we look at the top left, your Pharah's full health, right? She's being overhealed. Still full health, right? So when she rocket barrages, I would turn and pack her. because now she's getting wrecked by the Reaper. She gets 3-shot by the Reaper. You definitely could have saved her from the Pharah, or sort of saved the Pharah from the Reaper. Now you deal with the Reaper. You're not a great choice to do this. So remember, the Hog's still alive. I would not be fixating on this and thinking about the Hog, who you saw go over there. I would assume he's going to either come back to the cart or to the left. So now, if you're focusing on the Hog, you could save the soldier from the Hog. Okay, great. So Hog dies. Reaper leaves. Okay, so overall, I think your team's actually doing a pretty good job holding this. I do think that in most situations, you drop on the cart there, you die instantly.
I can protect you.
Okay, so you saw your Reaper get slept on the right stairwell, right?
I can protect you.
Yeah, so he slept right now. I would immediately shield bash over and pack him because you want to keep your Reaper alive. Alright, he manages to wraith out. It's lucky. Okay, so when the Reaper was leaving, right, when he's wraithing away, I would probably go back at this point and then shield back. I mean, this is like tough because if you give him the pack, he would be healing right now. But I would shield bash back to be able to heal him when he comes out of, like, during the wraith, so when he comes out, he's like, what happened? So he was savable on either end, right? Either you help heal him when he slept, or you play the cart here and you heal him when he's coming out. There's no sense of urgency for you. You're like, oh, I guess he's just wraithing, but he has no health wraithing into the opposing team. Like, it's your job to save him there. I would pack your Orisa here. I'm a little surprised you're not, because again, you're at full charges.
60 seconds.
So Reaper is wraithing forwards. I assume he's gonna ulti here. You're in good position, right? You're pretty much at the edge of the thing. You can back out easily. I would whip shot and then pack your Orisa. You do not whip shot. Oh, actually, your whip shot's on cooldown. That's unfortunate. What did you use whip shot on? Ah, see. So you just used it to try to trigger Inspire, which is like, okay, but I think this is greedy, right? Especially if you're thinking in your head and ult tracking, you know the Reaper has ultimate. He's not used it all game. The second that you whip shot, the Reaper wraiths and immediately steps forward to ulti. I don't know if he actually thought about that, but at higher levels, people will definitely be tracking the fact that you don't have whip shot, because whip shot's a really powerful ability against Reaper ulti, because now your team has nothing to stop this except for sleep, which I don't know if your Ana actually has.
60 seconds.
Right, but a whip shot here saves the entire team, except for Orisa, but you can heal the Orisa through it easily. Right, in fact, the Reaper got so low, you could almost kill him with whip shot. Alright, so now you're in a difficult scenario. You've lost both of your DPS. I think you just got to brawl here, right? Because you're not going to have enough time to be able to stall for your DPS to get back. You have to somehow make a play here. So I think you heal your Orisa, and you get ready to get... Right. So, like, weirdly enough, like, again, because I don't think the TBS are coming back in time, I'm probably bashing the Lucio here and trying to get a kill. I think just staying alive here is not going to result in life. So you're trying to survive here and get out. That's also a reasonable call, right? If you want to give it a point, that's fine. You're in good position for the next fight. You should be very careful about moving towards Orion. One more hit. If you just move slightly closer to you, you're dead there. So, not great. Okay, so you can hear the Reaper in there. You know the Reaper's fighting your Pharah. I would have kept vision on the Pharah, right? When that Pharah dropped, like, she's trying to clear the Reaper for you, right? So I would, when you see your Pharah drop out of the sky to the left, I would have stayed to the left here so that I could heal the Pharah. Right? In fact, I probably would have packed her right when I saw her. Because remember, pack is travel time, and it heals 110 over 2 seconds. So just because they're full now doesn't mean they're going to be full within those 2 seconds, right? Plus really 3 seconds because it takes a second to get to them. Your Pharah dies here. Oh, it's a Pharah. Great. So the call up for the Widow. I would be thinking a lot about where I want to play here. I think down here is fine, especially staying on the Widow. But I think my number one thing here is I'm thinking is, okay, They have a Rhine. I can whip shot and help with the Rhine, but my Reese's probably can take the Rhine on just fine. My biggest thing is I need to keep track of the Reaper. They've switched from Reaper to Soldier. This is a situation where Brig is just not a great choice because, like, what are you going to whip shot slash defend your team against? They have no dive here whatsoever. They're all, like, poke slash spam with just the Rhine brawling. So I guess you stay down here. But I want to make sure I have line of sight of my DPS at all times because I don't want to get double body shotted by a Widow or something.
Rocket barrage incoming.
Widow, top right. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, overall, I think you're playing fine. I don't think that this is
My ultimate is charged.
anything like glaring here where I'm like, oh, you're playing very poorly. I think it's tough. Brig in the situation is just not going to be a high impact hero because of both your heroes and their heroes.
Let me take care of that for you.
Fair's carrying. I don't know if your whip shot actually screws your Orisa over here, but it's interesting because you see the Rhine charge. Do a good whip shot here, and then you back around this corner, which is interesting because you can see your Orisa. Like, even if it hadn't pinned your Orisa, he still would have slammed your Orisa if your Orisa uses Fortify. So I would be thinking to keep an eye on the Orisa. There's nothing here that's really threatening you. You have a shield, so you can stop Shatter, you can stop Widow Headshot. I would definitely be looking at what's going to happen in this fight right here between the tanks. So you're around the corner right now, right? And now your Orisa's in trouble, but you aren't able to see. You're still looking at, you know, your Pharaoh over here, but you can see your Orisa's getting low on your screen. Soldier's on the roof of the shuttle. There's nothing you can do to help him right now unless he drops. You're healing your Pharah, who's full health, instead of your Orisa, who's now taken about 200 damage. You're still not healing your Orisa. Okay. Jimmy managed to get healed by, presumably, your Ana. But, you know, I wouldn't rely on that. Right? Ryan just kind of hinted in on his own there, which is not a good idea. Okay, you pop Rally here, which is okay. I mean, I think it's fine. I mean, definitely feels like a fight's about to start, so I think Rally is a good idea. You use Whip Shot right now, which is 100% a mistake, right? He has shield up. Like, he's already clustered his team. He's a tank. Like, even if the Whip Shot lands, he's going to move back like 2 meters. You don't need Inspire right now. Like, your Orisa's barely taking any damage. None of the rest of your team's taking any damage. I would keep Whip Shot here to prevent the Ryan from aggressing into your Orisa. Now, because you use Whip Shot and he's nanoed, I assume he's now going to walk forward and crush your team. Great job blocking. Again, Whip Shot here, like a sideways Whip Shot, would be great. You could knock him into the shuttle and stop him from killing your Orisa, or just buy time for your Orisa to get up and use Shift. Okay, that's also a good play, right? You bash to prevent the Orisa from getting charged. Excellent play, right? Definitely saved your Orisa there, or at least, you know, bought her a lot of time. Now, Whip Shot, get him away. Good call. Yeah, this is a good play. It's tough. I mean, like, yeah, if you were an even faster Brig, you would have seen that and healed, but I think you were busy with a lot of other stuff. Good job healing Ana.
60 seconds. Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Okay, so now they have Winston. Great. Winston's excellent for you, right? Definitely, you know, the best possible tank, quite frankly, that except maybe Doomfist that you could play against. So now your objective is you want to Whip Shot to prevent him from landing on your team. If he bubbles early to stop Whip Shot, great. That means the bubble's not in a good position. So always be thinking, where's the Winston? How do I keep my Ana alive? How do I Whip Shot him away? So he's landing here. I mean, it's tough because you didn't know the Winston was here. It's really hard to prevent the first jump. I would heal the Ana and then just start potentially beating him up, depending on what the situation is. I think I heal and beat him up here. He's not with his team, so I can't die. Okay, so now things are getting a little dicey. You really want to trigger Inspire because you got 2 low heroes. Okay. Your Orisa's doing this on the other side of a bubble, but your Orisa's super good. Kills him.
30 seconds.
25 seconds. It's actually impressive because it looks like you're going to lose this fight based on the time. I don't really know. I guess they have Visor here, right? So thinking about ultis, what do they have? Winston just switched. He's not going to have ulti. Genji, I think, just switched, so he's not going to have ulti. Ana, we saw Nano in the previous fight, it's not going to have ulti. So Soldier Visor is the only one we think is being a problem here. In order to keep people from dying to Soldier ulti, I want to make sure I can see the DPS and see my support. Yep, great call. So preemptively, you move backwards towards your Ana. Excellent move there.
10 seconds.
Let me take care of that for you.
Yep. Alright, Yurisa's going around a corner. Yurisa has to know in the situation that she's not going to get healing if she goes around the corner. Unfortunately, your Ana's backing up here, which I think is not the right call. Yurisa's going to die here because she's out of position. It's tough. It's like you could try to bash forward here and save the Orisa. I think I probably would have, because you know the Winston's not jumping your Ana because you see your Winston's in the front. So I think a couple seconds earlier was the right call here. Like as soon as he jumps in, definitely pack your Orisa, right? Like that. And then I think I move forward. Actually, Visor's going on, so it's tough. Right? Oh, the Visor's at the cart. Yeah, I would bash forward and heal the Orisa, because if your Orisa dies here, you're gonna lose this regardless. So I would jump forward and pack the Orisa, trigger Inspire, and then see what happens with that. Like you have a lot of time here to save your Orisa. She finally died. Like the Orisa was alive. Like counting from the Winston jumps her. Right, from 7-11. Figure out when the Orisa finally dies. Right, so she dies at 7:20. So Orisa went 9 seconds without getting healed by you or the Ana. Granted, she's not in a great position, like she's forward around a corner, but that's plenty of time for you to have bashed forward, given her 2 packs and triggered Inspire, which probably saves the Orisa's life, considering how long she was alive. Your Pharah's flying into a bubble, which is a bad call. Pharah's gonna die here. Yep. So you're doing the right thing. You're trying to intercept the Winston. I assume you're going to whip shot him in a second. Okay. Your Pharah is nanoed and barrages. Great. Oh, manages the shot. So I would definitely get in front, prevent him from getting headshot. Yep, good call. Great call. You saved the Soldier's life for sure there. Get a whip shot for Inspire trigger. Yeah, good. I mean, other than not saving your Orisa, good call. Okay, Orisa's going in. She's purple. That sucks. Kind of up to your Orisa to play differently now, but she's gonna die. Oh god. Yeah, waking him up here, not the right call. I don't know if you did it or somebody else did. But social can't regardless, so it is what it is. So Genji's handled right now. He doesn't have blade. So dashing backwards, good call, right? Good position play. Get in front of the Ana, make sure the Ana doesn't die for damage. I would save whip shot here, believe it or not, because the Winston's drop bubble, but I haven't seen him jump, so I know he's gonna jump soon. So I would save whip shot here.
Here for you.
Right? So if you backed up like against the wall with your soldier and then whip shot the Winston out of the air, he never gets in this position where he's forcing your soldier to fight him. Now your soldier's gonna die. Yeah. Alright, so they beated. You're in a lot of danger right now. The Genji's choosing not to fight you. Oh, you're good. Alright. You could get the pack, but you're not going to. Alright, so now it's probably going to be up to you to contest this point. Or live. You can choose to live if you want, but I mean, statistically, people don't generally get out of the situation. You just end up being really staggered. Yeah. Right? Because it's like, you should have just gone to the cart and just died on the cart. That way you can spawn with the rest of your team. Now you're just staggering. If you stall the point there, couple seconds, maybe your Orisa gets on it, buys you another couple seconds. You're not going to win that fight, but at least you die together. Alright, your rally. So, what I'm thinking here, I'm thinking, okay, Blade, definitely going to be a problem in the near future. Nano, not an issue, right? Because they nanoed the Genji with no Blade last fight. Visor's going to be, again, your problem.
Shields up. Sending care runway. 60 seconds.
Okay, so Soldier's on high ground, so I would make sure that we clear him off high ground. Okay, if the Reaper hadn't gone up there, I would have gone up there too, because you can, like, realistically, being pocketed by your Ana, clear the Soldier off high ground. We pop rally. I think this is a reasonable rally. Trying to get some value out of it. Okay, that's good. Bash. Yep, this is pretty much what I do. At this point, he's going to the pack. I'm not killing him. I would just shield and walk backwards. Yep, very tall. He is crazy for not beating up that Mega.
30 seconds remaining.
Your soldier has visor. I would be looking to whip shot. Oh, you missed it. You got him. 20 seconds left, so this is the last fight. And they're already staggered by 2.
Who needs them?
10 seconds remaining.
So they have blade rate. Oh, that's kind of on your Orisa and Anna. It's not really your job to pocket the Orisa through all that damage. She shouldn't have been playing their side of the cart. She should have accepted. I think your Orisa was probably thinking, I can keep them from touching the cart at all. But in reality, with this much time left and like their mobility, there's no way to prevent them from touching the cart. Like I would have just been playing right here in front of the cart by the corner as the Orisa. There's no reason for her to die here, and that's probably going to cost you the game. Okay, Ball's trying to get your soldier, but is whiffing completely. I think you packed your soldier, which I think is a reasonable call. Good block. Yep. Alright, now your Reaper is in. They beat as a response. Right, you pack him. I think it's reasonable. You missed that whip shot, which is rough. I don't even know if that was a good whip shot. I think you probably should have saved it for what is going to be Blade that's coming. You're not going to kill him. Like, he's purple, but he's already deflecting. Like, his team's with him. There's no way you're going to kill him. I would immediately back up. Trying to help with the ball. You whip shot. Reasonable, because the ball is kind of low, but I don't think you're getting that kill there. See, now you have whip shot, which is back in cooldown. So I would whip shot right away right now. Okay, so he gets a kill on the soldier, which is unlucky. Now that's going to get reset, so he can... Alright, he walks into your bash. I don't think that was intentional, but you're going to die for it. I think you did about the best you could with that situation. I think you Orisa through initially by being in the wrong position. There's nothing you really done there. And then after that, you just don't really have a lot of options. So they're going to cap this, I assume. Right, you just stagger in. So, yeah, it's pretty regular.
Stay close.
Ready.
I can't.
Okay, so Mercy play.
I'm decisive.
Damage boosting here. Watching Mercies is always okay, rough. I mean, not really much you could do there. I think you could start healing a little, like a fraction of a second sooner, but I think she's dying regardless. You're looking for a res, you get good res off, but you end up dying for it. But that's also unlucky. I don't think most Genjis can dive that far into your backline and get away with that. I think that was a reason for us to do.
I must return to my post.
Touching down.
I would keep healing your Winston here. Before damage boosting your Hanzo. Yeah, see? Like, your Winston was still at half health when you stopped healing him to go... Like, look at his health right now. He's not even half health. Right? He's at like 40% right now. I would have kept healing him before damaging the Hanzo. Like, yeah, Hanzo might one-shot somebody, but I would... focus on healing the Winston because he can't do anything if he has no health. He jumps in anyway, which is a big mistake, right? He's at half health when he jumps in. He's gonna die instantly, which he does. So you should have healed him. You would have gotten at least 60 plus more healing into him. Again, that's his fault for going in, but it was the better call. All right, you got Baptiste, which is interesting, right? You're running a dive team, not a brawl team. I guess you can add some more damage in. I guess you switched to Zarya, so I guess you're become a little brawlier. That's not the worst call. Interesting. When I guess the Pharaoh's gone now, so yeah, you feel like so definitely would have walked forward here and shifted to save my Kiriko. Right? My rule is whenever people are critical, pop shift. Always pop shift. Don't try to save it. So right here, you pop shift, saves the Kiriko. Also, you have to remember that your healing grenade will get blocked by the first thing it hits. That person is... I actually don't know if it goes to people full health. But regardless, I would have aimed to the left. Right, so you watch right here. You're actually going to shoot this too far to the right, so your Bastion ends up eating this grenade. Yep. And the Kiriko doesn't get the heal. Right? So you notice the Kiriko is not healed, but the Bastion is. So, again, if you pop shift earlier, your Kiriko also doesn't die here. And the Genji is way too deep and dies for it. Now he has a dash reset, so he'll get it. So if you play that differently, the Genji dies there, and all your teammates are jump spam here, which I do not agree with. I think jump spamming like that makes it really hard for you to land hits and land heals. So your Zarya, for example, dies during this, which I don't think you should. Right? So you're kind of jumping because you're like, oh shoot, the Genji's on me. Like, you have shift here and you have lamp. There's no way this Genji kills you.
A round of healing.
I would probably continue healing with Zarya through this and like expected everybody else coming out to kill the Genji.
Now
Losing your Zarya here with charge like completely messes up her flow. Now she's come out, she has 0 energy again. She's got to use her 2 bubbles to get it. Then she needs another 2 bubbles to actually be able to push. Wasting a lot of time. Okay, so your Bastion's pushing forward. I'm pocketing the Bastion here, right? This is his normal stride. Dragon comes out. Okay, so interesting. So you're jumping to high ground here, but this is not what I do because the Hanzo Dragons splits their team. Right? This is like a reasonable dragon. Their team is split. The Orisa has to walk to the left now to prevent dying from dragon. I'm just trying to kill the Orisa here, right? Just put a lot of damage on that Orisa. Force cooldowns. Because after she uses spin and fortify, she can't get away. She can't get back to high ground. She has no mobility. So she dies after that if you force the cooldowns right now. But if you don't force cooldowns, then things get much trickier. Because she has a lot more threat. Jumping high ground exposes you to all these heroes up here, while it also takes you away from being able to see your team and the Orisa. You're realistically not going to be able to kill any of these heroes by yourself. Right? So now you try to take a fight up here. You do basically no damage. Right? Attract very little attention. You shift to heal, that's fine. So you drop back down, which is where you should have been the whole time. But now, like, your Hanzo's been low this whole time, and you haven't been able to heal him. Your Bastion's at 2/3 health, and you haven't been able to heal him. You didn't add any value jumping up there. You should have stayed down low ground. Okay, you throw Immortality, which is, I think, reasonable. I don't think you exactly got it there, but yeah, now your Zarya's gonna die again. So, an interesting call here would have been the window to try to save your Zarya, but I think it's probably the right call to just let her die. I would not have used shift there, because you're already around the corner and the Genji's not following you, and you could tell, because you weren't getting shot. Alright, your Bastion immediately does tank mode. Okay, way too much shift jump spam, like it's not necessary. You're actually easier to hit when you're in the air. Like they have to get heroes, not projectile heroes. So you should be going in here. Like you're a brawly hero, you want to be in there, you want to get up close. You can do 75 damage per burst, 150 if you headshot. At close range, at long range, you do almost nothing. It goes all the way down to, I think, like 22 and a half at maximum fall off distance. So you want to be much closer to them. All right, so everyone's super low. You don't have your shift for some reason. Why don't you have your shift? When did you use your shift? Okay, you're kind of messing around up here. Okay, you're shooting these guys. Okay, you were forced to pause shift because you're trying to take a long distance fight right here, right? But why? Like, why is that fight? That's not a meaningful fight. That's not going to change anything. You see how little damage you're doing to them? Like, you're literally doing like 20, 30 damage per hit. Don't even bother. Like, just stay with your team, play and support your team. And because you use shift, you can't use it now at a critical moment, right? You have 2 of your heroes, like 2 of your teammates that are sub 100, sub 50% health. You pop shift right now, it instantly gives them 200 health and another 100 over 2 seconds. So this is a big mistake not having shift here. Like, yeah, you had lamp, but you didn't have shift here, which is a really, really big deal. So now you lamp. This is not a great, you window. This is not a great window, right? Because like, yeah, you can use it to heal these people and anybody who comes out, but they're just gonna walk back upstairs.
Let them out.
Right? Now they're kind of in the doorway. You can't really do anything with this lamp. The Orisa's insane to step out here. This is a mistake and will not happen at a higher level.
Me.
Okay. Bastion's still taking a lot of damage. You guys managed to kill him. So really, what the opposing team should have done is just step backwards up the stair, and then they live, and you waste your window. Instead, they decided to walk out there and take a fight, which is more their bad play than it was your right place in the window. Right, so Bastion's really trying to fight them. I'm going down there, right? Like, why even play up here? Like, go down, try to get these picks. You know that you've killed 3 of the team. There's 2 people right here. Help your Bastion get these kills, right? You want to kill them before the rest of the team can join up. Now the rest of the team is here, so you kind of lost that opportunity. Like, you have a theoretically good position, but here's the thing. You're not going to beat a soldier in a fight here. Like, even the soldier is 1 tier below you, right? If they're a gold level soldier, they're still going to win this fight, First of all, he has the Ana, but even without the Ana, if he pops heal station and just shoots you, he's gonna win that fight. He has a much longer fall off distance, and he has Helix Rocket. He's gonna win this fight for sure. Like, he's gonna force you to drop, not the other way around. Right? So you like don't even really try that fight, even though the Ana's not healing him initially. You're like, oh, let me poke you a couple times. Despite the fact that your Zarya grabs someone, that if you're playing low ground, you could be shooting whoever's grabbed and get headshots here for free. Right? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, you're at 164 and you pop shift, which is a really bad usage of shift in like a critical fight. Right? If you'd shift right now, you save your Bastion. Right? Instantly gives him 100 health.
Feeling better?
Okay, you're still not throwing lamps. There you go, finally. Honestly, you should have died there. You just, so now you're back up here trying to shoot high ground. Again, you're not going to be able to force them off high ground here. I would really be playing with the team. Like, it's not your job to clear high ground. It is extremely lucky you cap this point because they are actually top in players, I think. Yeah, I think it's 3 on 2. 3 and 3, right? I think the soldier's job is to drop down right now and contest the card. He gets pocketed by the Ana. 4 and 3, actually, because your Zarya's coming out. So they could have easily won this fight. If the soldier drops right here, they win this fight for sure. And you guys win. Which you're going to see, right? Now they have 4 people. Zarya goes, he dies, you're going to die in a second. Oh, good escape. It's tricky because it's like good escape. On the other hand, like you die there, you get a staggering more, and I think it's not worth it. Genji misses a dash. Don't worry about Genji. Like, he's gonna do whatever he's gonna do. Like, just focus on fun. Like, why did your Pharah die here? Where even was your Pharah?
I've got you in my sight.
So let's see this one. Your Pharah's for a second, right? Your Pharah's 72. She's here. She gets healed. She's getting melted. She's like, I would expect to get healed here by my Vap. You're not healing. You're looking at the Genji, and then you die because she's a rocket. If you get one heal there, she doesn't die to the Helix Rocket. Okay, now let's see what you're doing in response to Viper. Come in. Okay, unfortunately, you're already like jumping for no reason, right? You were jumping like as he visored. You had no idea this was coming, but that's gonna leave you exposed in the air. Throw a lamp down. That's a good call to throw it on the higher box to kind of save yourself. Again, if you've been down on the ground the whole time, I think you can play this differently and potentially save your Hanzo. Like, he's gonna kill that. And now you're dead. Like, don't just spam jump. There's no reason to. It just makes you more exposed, right? Higher, like, ranked players will just completely just, like, melt you when you're in the air. Because all you can do is go up and down, right? You can't strafe left and right, so they're not going to miss any shots. It's a very predictable path. So I think it's reasonable to go high ground here to try to help your soldier clear and take top. You haven't been messing around to the left, I think you help the kill again faster. I would have. Oh, okay, you already lamped, but so I would window right now. Right, this is a pretty important fight. The Zarya's in the open. Yep. I would heal Cassidy first. Right, that's a 100 health heal. Yeah, big. Okay, now you use shift, even though nobody actually needs shift. I personally would probably fire one grenade to try to heal the Mercy and then try to kill a soldier. I think if you an air shot here on your Mercy is big because he's just clearly trying to kill the Mercy.
Let's get you all better.
Spot for you to be. Okay, it's not a good grab. Yeah, this is tough because grab and Blade are going the same time. I think you're going to end up losing this fight, which is okay because they're using one of those. Deal. Right, come back. Same. Oh, rough. Is there any way you could have gone out there faster? Yeah. See, I wouldn't be because like your Mercy's already pocketing the Cassidy. You don't even be here. I would have already like the second I came out, I would have jumped up to the soldier. So if you'd already been up there, the soldier lives, right? Because you can shift and right click like he doesn't die there. So now you have to wait for either a res, right, or so I actually would have stayed high ground because I would have one forgotten about this Cassidy, but it's not really something I'd be thinking about right now. I would be thinking, okay, I get a soldier up, I gotta clear high ground. Cassidy being this aggressive is really his fault. Again, messed up here. But if you've been up there, your Mercy never would have died. So now you're staggered again, you gotta wait for Mercy. This is like example where like small mistakes can result in like a chain reaction of problems, right? If you got high ground at the very beginning, your soldier lives. If your soldier lives, then your Mercy lives. If your Mercy lives, then like she could be pocketing like the Cassidy. And you know you're fighting a 5-on-5 right now instead of waiting. Right now your soldier is dead again, so you're staggered once again. So you basically lost about 40 seconds.
Round of healing.
You actually didn't need immortality there. This is kind of like a panic immortality. Both of you are full health. Right? Your Zarya still has 80% health right here. There's no need for a lamp. Now that you've used lamp, you can't use it to save people from, for example, visor. Okay, that yeah, he is insane. I guess he's gonna die anyway to the Zarya. So you actually reload right here, even though there's targets, right? So you have 30 out of 45 and 3 heals.
10 seconds.
It's tough because like I get that you didn't realize it at the moment, but I think you have a shot there. Oh, you still get it. All right, you still get it just barely. But be careful about reloading.
Overtime.
Okay, you in this fight, Ball fails to test though. Even if you did, you would have died pretty quickly. Honestly, no reason to be playing this far back. I would step forward. The ball's not going to kill you. The team's not going to kill you. Their whole team's in run mode. Like, get further up so you can help pick and stagger people. Ball goes off the map. Alright, this is pretty regular. Again, I would play this far back. I don't think you realize how much Baptiste damage falls off at range. Lamp is right call here. I would walk up so you can shift him, which you don't.
Watch yourself.
Right? Because it's like one of the things where, like, yeah, technically you could survive by playing the corner, but if you survive, what does it matter if your team is dead? So I would have walked up along this path, like this path right here, to kind of cover, and I would have shifted regen burst to be able to save your soldier. Yeah, Mercy tries to go for a res, which I think is good. You had regen burst there, which you managed to use right before you died. That's fine. Alright, 30 seconds, so last fight. Okay, so
Light them up.
they have grabbed. It's a bad grab. It's around the corner. Good window though. Heal. The soldier's on your right. I would focus. All your team's full health, right? I would look to the right and try to kill that soldier. Go high ground, good. A lot of jumping here, which is unnecessary. Just straight. Good job. Alright, I think now I should just walk it in at the end. Play high ground. They can't really get enough muster to defense. Lamp on Mercy. Again, if you played closer to the cart, you could have regen burst and healed her. I know it's like you have a better angle up here overall, but you're too far away to use regen burst, which is like Baptiste is the best burst healer in the game. So I think that you need to always be thinking to stay close with regen burst unless you're planning on carrying it individually. All right, 1 minute left. You see this ends up being a draw. So let's kind of see how this plays out. A draw is interesting, right? Because that implies that either they push it, getting an exact draw on Halo is really hard because they have to be down to like the 10th of a meter, or what most commonly happens for draws here is it stops on the first point and they're unable to move it from there.
1. Attackers incoming.
Shield activated.
Stop the payload.
You are completely healed.
So I would have dropped here so that you could have, like, as the Rhine was charging in your teammate, so that I could regen burst, right? You notice I'm always thinking about how to use regen burst to save people, and you clearly are just playing for like positional advantage and safety, which I understand, but like regen burst is a critical part of your kit. Like if you just cross this corner right now and you shift, you know, you can save whoever is critical down here, right? Which is, was it your, yeah, who is down there? It's whoever your Mercy is healing, right? I think that's your cast. Anyway, they end up not needing it, which is kind of lucky, but fine. All right, Genji dashes you. This Genji's clearly been one of the worst players in the enemy team. He's made a lot of bad mistakes. He's made some plays, but definitely lots of mistakes that you can punish. I was shooting here once. I would expect him to deflect after the first burst, which he does. Right? You do that perfectly. You're chasing him down for a kill, which is reasonable. I would stop at that point, which you do as well. And more crouch spam. So, could you have saved that, Cassidy, realistically?
30 seconds
No.
remaining.
I mean, if you're down there and you had regen burst, yes, but at this range, no. Even if you throw a lamp right away, it's not going to reach in time. Alright, so you're down one, so I think, okay, well, it's going to be tough. It's 4 and 5 right now, and my Rhine's not swinging, so we might get a kill here. Alright, good job seeing Mercy. Lamp, I think, was unnecessary, but I understand why you did it. Yeah, now you use regen burst to save your Mercy, which is fine. I would 100% be taking that duel right now with that soldier, right? Like this, if you want an opportunity to try to carry your team, you burst right here where he is focused on killing your Mercy. He's not shooting you, right? You know he's already fired some of his clip away. He's not gonna be able to kill you unless he like helix. I would immediately turn towards him. I think he's even standing still and try to kill him, like kill him, right? You shoot him just one burst and you're like, oh no, never mind. But like, take the fight there. Like the rest of your team is, you know. I think you can only see the Rhine right now, so I would 100% be trying to kill that soldier. He's out of position right now. Like, he's just been standing there. That like, let's actually watch it from his perspective. So, okay, so he's used rocket, so if you're listening again, you would have heard that he doesn't have rocket. He goes up, he kills this lamp, he's already down to 18 ammo, he looks for the Mercy, he's shooting the Mercy. Right, he misses another rocket. Like, he's such an easy kill target right here. He's just standing still, shooting your Mercy down. You step forward, 2 bursts to the head, and he's nearly dead. Right, he's just standing still right there. There's no reason for you to be panicking. Like, I would have 100% been trying to kill a soldier right there. He's very out of position. So if you kill a soldier there, that might change the entire nature of this fight. You don't. Now you're trying to fight the soldier. Right, but the problem is your Rhine really needs your healing. I don't think it would matter anyway, but I would have been healing the Rhine. Now the fight has collapsed. So now you're thinking, okay, we're gonna die. Okay, you smartly do not decide to jump into main. So at least you don't do that on other heroes. You're trying to jump to here. It's a good jump. Try to stay alive. Keep an eye on where they're going. Soldiers go top left. Eat the javelin, so it forces your shift. Okay, good shift, good lamp. Prevents Genji from killing you. Deflects. You stop shooting. Alright, unfortunately now you've given up high ground. It is very, very hard to do anything from position. I think this is tough. Do I window here? I think I wouldn't. Honestly, I would expect that we're going to lose this fight because they already have the soldier in high ground. You've already used shift. You've already used lamp. I think windowing right here. If I was going to window, it would be right here. I think windowing right here will end up being a throw. But based on the fact that it's a draw, I guess you guys actually that window I would say is too far forward. Now he visors, careful I expect. Yeah, see your window didn't actually help you win this fight, and now you don't have it for the next fight. Okay, so good job getting away. Oh, here we go. Unfortunately, swift at them quite far enough. Day C9. Oh man, that's what happens. I was like, how does it stop here? Because they clearly won that fight, right? That was 5 on 2 with you two running. They should have kept moving that forwards. This is incredibly lucky. Alright, so you decide to play Baptiste again.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
like to point out, if you manage to land all 3 bullets from this distance, if you manage to land all 3 bullets in this Ana, it's literally going to do like 40 damage. It is like an inconsequential amount of damage from this distance. If you're where that hog is, it's probably doing double that damage, right? So I think you should be playing closer, right? Let's actually look at you. I think you 3 burst the soldier right here, right? So let's. How much damage does he take? So it's tough because he also took another attack from the right click, I think, for the Roadhog, but he lost 60 health, not even, right? And half of the damage from the Roadhog, so you did like 30 damage there, which is about what I'd expect. Like, yeah, it will wear them down, but like the supports are right there. It's not really doing anything, right? I'd focus on these much closer targets and healing and being in position for heals, right? Lots of critical people here. You're not doing a great job healing them. Like, you should prioritize the Reaper, who's very low. Honestly, your team is carrying you here. Like, your impact is very minimal. Genji again making really poor decisions. I think jumping there is reasonable, by the way, because you're going uphill, so it makes it easier. Okay, I think, again, popping shift there, very reasonable. Your Roadhog was low. Okay, you pop a lamp down. I don't think I would have popped lamp down because I just don't see them being able to get around this corner with the Roadhog here to kill your Reaper. Reaper also has 250 health. It's not likely he's going to instantly die, but definitely I'm throwing window down right now. Unfortunately, it's tough. Not really having good shots.
Its destination.
Jumping through the window now, which is a mistake. Trying to kill the Moira, which I think is the right call. It's tough here, but you know, I would do shoot heal or shoot heal, right? Either one of these are options. That she gets the kill. You're doing a reasonable job fighting this. Oh god. Big trouble now. Okay, yeah. So as I suspected on the first point, you guys cap it, but then you know, lose it. This is incredibly lucky. Again, I think in a situation where the Genji double jumps off the cart, and that's why you guys are able to count this. The Genji just sits in the, like, literally just crouches and sits in the front. The soldier kills everybody, and you guys lose this game. So you are very lucky to walk away with a win here, because your team ultimately deserved to lose. Okay, so to recap, I would say your Brig play is pretty good for your level. I would say probably like A-. I think your Brig's definitely your best hero. Mercy play was so brief, I'm not going to worry about it. And then for Baptiste, I would say your overall impact was probably around a B. I think that you don't do a great job prioritizing healing the right people at the right time. I don't think you play close enough to get regen burst. And you just need to be careful with like how often you're spamming jump, right? So how do you shut their DPS down? I mean, it's a kind of complicated question, right? Like, again, we gave you an example of the soldier. If you kill that soldier right there who prevents them killing Mercy, maybe you turn that entire fight around, right? And they never even get to the final point. But you didn't. So I think it's just taking what they're giving you, right? The Genji was being stupid all the time, and I think you're able to punish that. Beyond that, like, don't necessarily try to make a play unless they give it to you, right? The soldier's standing still in front of you, kill him. But other than that, just focus on keeping your team alive, and then just hammering them with the damage. As I mentioned, there are times where like your tank was not getting healed. Like, for example, you could have saved the whole game without a Risa, right? Remember Risa on second point? That's what, 7-11? Yeah, like right here where your Risa's over there making plays, like if you just go forwards here and heal your Risa, then like maybe this whole fight is irrelevant, right? So here she fights. That's a bad javelin. This honestly just a bad spot for Reese to be in. Drops. That's a bad javelin again. Genji's up there, dies. You're already 5-4. Okay. She's spinning to stay alive. She's preventing the soldier from visoring anybody. Almost a big play on the javelin. Right, that's why she stepped so far forward, is because she was preventing the soldier from visoring, right? Again, wait, 1-on-1 against the Winston, right? Ana uses sleep, doesn't do anything. Still just hanging out over here. I think you guys should have moved forward and healed her. Like, that's my take here. Right, I think you guys, while this is going on, Okay, Genji's dead, right? I immediately think, okay, I gotta go save my Orisa, right? The visor, I can hear the visor, it's forward to the right. I can see my Orisa going forward with spin. I'm dashing forward, I'm gonna try to save Orisa. This is like a key moment where if you play this differently, they probably lose this fight, right? Because you're currently 4 on 3, I think. Or 5 on 4, right? You're up 1 because they lost the Genji and you lost nobody, right? Then you trade the Orisa for the soldier, right? And then you wipe the cart, and then the game's over. So definitely opportunities for you to have played a little better. Even like small decisions, small positional changes could have won you this game. As to when and where to ult for BAP, I think your windows in general were good. I think they were fine. Honestly, I don't think that was a major issue at all. Hopefully this was helpful.